Hi, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome to Silverback Farm.
Hey, yeah, welcome. But hey, give me a second. Can I breathe? That's normal, by the way. Welcome back to all of our returning subscribers. Hello to all you new people. Please subscribe. Yeah, I know all YouTubers have to do that. This here is the Slowback Farm where we talk about cross stitching. It's called Flosstube.
Today is Monday, April 20th. How are we doing? How are we doing, folks? Someone's allergies are acting up.
No, somebody's allergies decided to drive a truckload of pollen into the back of my nose. Yeah, that is even less pleasant than it sounds. Trust me. And when I first woke up, I had no idea what it was. It's like, I have vacation time. And I'm not taking chances right now.
You're better safe than sorry, and yeah.
I don't want to get looked at every time I sniffle, sneeze, or cough. Plus, it literally makes me touch my face 1,000 times. And we got something.
Yes, we have a new member of the family. Her name is Bandi. You can't see her because she's walking around on 4 legs.
She's the exact same height as the table we use for this.
I'll insert a picture.
Or we'll just do a quick video after this.
Yeah, I'll insert a picture or a little video. There's Miss Bandi sleeping peacefully on the floor. Because that's what she does. She is a full-size greyhound. Bandi! 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 Hi, beautiful! Greyhounds sleep fail. So.
She is a former racer greyhound.
Yep, she's a retired racing greyhound, and she just butt bumped the table. She is sniffing everything. We're getting through it.
Is it a dog thing to have to be able to be touching you?
Apparently, it's a dog thing that they have to be touching me. Our other dog was like that. My parents had a dog that was like that.
I think your grandmother's dog was like that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I know that is okay.
Who is it?
Neighbor's brother.
Oh, Alex does. Oh, anyways. Okay. So, yeah, how are we all doing? We realized Tuesday at work that, like, we've been doing this crazy social distancing, self-isolation, stay-at-home business for a month.
Well, it's better than nearly dying for a month.
It's true.
As I saw, it said, it is better to be on. It is better to be wear a mask than a ventilator.
And I've seen that too, and it kind of shocked me that we've been at this. Like, it doesn't feel like it's been a month. It felt like when this all first started, it was just going to drag. So the fact that we're like, oh, we're already at a month. But moving along, I hope you are all doing well. I didn't write down our commenters, so Joe's going to read them from the list. Yeah.
Okay. Glenna, who's your apple? Stitching Korea. Bridget, Craft Addict.
Craft Addict K is Carla and her daughter Sam.
Oh. I like the name.
We thank all of our commenters for commenting. The Dog Quake. Let us move in to Whips. Whips.
Nope.
Nope.
My bug got eaten by a greyhound. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I got nothing. Moving into my whips, we did Diamond Week in Daily 30 last week. Daily 30 is a group that I'm in. that is, it's a closed group. They don't have any openings, and if she does have openings, we will let you know. That's my disclaimer. So, in zero order, because whips that I used for last week are whips that I'm working on for this week, or for, I've got two things going at once. I've got whips for this week's prompts and monthlies going. Long story. So, what did I stitch on this for? I know I stitched on it for something.
Was it the one with the?
Oh, I found it. We had to stitch on something that was 75% finished.
That's right.
So or more, 75% or more finished. So as we know, Ride Forth Singing is almost done. I have put some more stitches on this since I did my 310 stitches for the prompt. The prompt stitches finished the bottom that the horses were galloping on and the horse's front leg. One of the front legs was already done.
Oh. Okay.
So this is on 14 count Pink Champagne by Silk Weavers. It is in a color conversion of mostly Victorian mottos from the monthly clubs.
Oh, that was the fun one where you actually found somebody who was willing to trade you.
Yes, I had to trade somebody for an extra skein of the black for the horse because I didn't have quite. Wasn't going to have quite enough. So we're still working on that, so we're gonna throw that over there. Okay, you can see what I did on this. So we had to stitch on something that was similar to another whip we had, and since I have houses, several buildings, and several fantasy pieces, and several winter pieces, I went with Santa House.
She has some interlighting themes going on here.
I do. I did 304 stitches on Santa House, and that was basically finishing up this outside edge. So I've done some stitches for one of my puddles, which is most of what you see in the kitchen. A few of the kitchen stitches were for the puddle, for the similar. So that was 304 stitches. I have to finish my puddle for that.
I'm actually starting to see a finish line with that thing.
I might be too. I didn't think I was going to get there. That's got to get worked on some more. Okay. What did I stitch on this for? Oh. We had to stitch on our most precious whip. And, well, she's a Disney princess. So she's precious. Plus, a friend of mine gifted me the pattern and the flosses and the beads for it. So I'm stitching on Shannon Christine Designs Belle. And
if you wonder how precious Belle is, she actually made a poofy Belle Halloween dress from scratch. Like her and her mom sewed it together. And that's how she likes Belle.
Yeah. So, yes, sir.
So, are you disappointed when I didn't have Singing China?
Maybe just a
I
little.
actually probably could make it if I wanted to.
There is a recipe on Pinterest that is the gray stuff. Because at one of the Disney resorts, and they might do it at multiple resorts now, but they have a dessert which is the gray stuff. Okay, so this I only needed to do 250 stitches on, and I did 250 stitches exactly. I filled in her face, her neck.
It doesn't look creepy now.
And started to her arm. Yeah, at one point I didn't have like the very center of her face stitched in. She looked very creepy.
Random
She
reference?
still looks a little creepy without the stitching, back stitching in.
I know why she looks creepy. She looks like a porcelain doll.
She has no nose.
As I said, she looks like a porcelain doll.
She is stitched on 28 count, hand dyed by the Silbach Farm, black ice.
I don't see any car accidents. If you live around it, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Do you know what Black Ice is? I don't think she's on the docket this week. Sorry, that was loud and clunky. Had to stitch on something. That's not it.
Would you like to know what I internally refer to that stitch last year?
What?
Laura and her bright ideas.
Laura and her bright ideas. Had to stitch on something in metallic thread. It had to be a metallic thread. Krynic, Treasure Braid, Light Effects.
DMC.
That's DMC. Had to be metallics.
What?
I have converted Miss New Year's Fairy into all metallics because I am insane in the membrane.
And everywhere else.
I only had to do 100 stitches, so it was like 2 rows on her dress. But I did it. I think she might be on the docket for this week. This and this and this and this and this.
Do you need help?
Maybe. Okay, so I finished. I don't remember if I showed you my 4th puddle finish. I think I did.
Puddle, these are all things with water, right?
Yes. For the monthly for April, we have to make things. We have to make puddles, which is stitch on things that have representations of water on them, whether they be a lake, an ocean, a puddle, a raindrop, a snowflake. It's got it, and you can't make the assumption that there's water on there. So my 4th puddle was on Shores of Hawkrun Hollow.
There ain't no swimming with those waves.
And we have the sun almost filled in. The bird's on there.
What do you think you were doing this one?
I'm not doing the face on the sun.
Oh, that, I guess what it was.
There's a face on the sun. I don't do faces on suns because most of them look kind of creepy. Including Shores of Hawkrun Hollow.
Jeez, and here I was just gonna steal from and stitch in the Super Mario face.
There it is. I'm doing this block here. I also changed my lighthouse.
Okay, real quick.
And quite a few of the other threads because blue rocks. Who does blue rock? Where do blue rocks exist?
Okay, it looks literally like somebody decided to make it out of the Eye of Ra.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I have to stitch on this week. I don't think I have this for this week. Okay, so we had to stitch in orange thread. I don't have anything with a significant amount of orange floss that isn't already stitched. And the stitches had to be in orange thread. So I did alternatives. One Nation. Oh, Shores of Hawkrun Hollow is stitched on 32 count. Cleveland Crud. My face itches. My hand dyed by the Silver Farm. And this I did 300 stitches, 314 stitches, which was underneath of most of Pennsylvania, all of Delaware, and then what is double stacked across the top, because the top row is double stacked. I also made the determination on how I'm going to stitch the white so that it actually can be seen.
Because my original idea, while it would work, would piss you off. The back stitching.
Exactly. So this is stitched on 28 count dirt road, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm. That looks creepy. That looks creepier.
I love you.
I love you too. You all know that I put my projects back in the bags to make my life easier.
Yeah, she had one thing miscombobulated at one time.
Yeah, it didn't take me very long to realize just put the stuff back in the bags.
Well, I didn't think it helped that you didn't touch that project for a month, so you have no idea where the heck the other part of it was. She didn't know which one it was with.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, phone went ding. I'm pretty sure I don't need that. Okay. And then...
Did you change in there?
No, there's beads in there.
Ah, okay. It sounds like change.
The beads are in there. Okay. Had to stitch on something with a flame on it.
Wow.
And she's holding a giant flame. She is holding a giant flame. So here we have a lady of the flag. I stitched 305 stitches in on her.
Why didn't you do the face? Why didn't you fix that? That still looks creepy as heck.
Because I was stitching on her. So we had fun night on Zoom. We had our monthly Friday fun night on Zoom on Friday. And this is when I stitched on this. And I don't have half of the colors I need for her hair. I have to go dig them out of the floss containers.
And what's really sad is the place she would get them from is the place she normally would be going to Fun Night if it wasn't for this crap. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. So, I am going to go and find them so that I can make her hair so she doesn't look quite so creepy. But most of what I did was on the flag. And this is being stitched on 32 count For Your Thoughts by Hand Dyed by the Slovak Farm. Everybody loves this fabric. I love this fabric.
Well, I'm glad I gave it a fun name.
You did. I had to buy more dye to make this.
Oh, Lord.
I don't use my normal dye to dye this.
Because the normal dye didn't work, honestly.
The normal dye. If you go on my Facebook group, there's at least, I don't know, there's probably 6 solos that are orangey browns. That isn't half of the attempts. So I just use Rit dye, of all things. And the store was out of one, and the warehouse is out of the other, so that I know is getting
Me personally, I would have called somebody, but like, can you like send one of these to the store so I can pick them both up from the store, please?
By the time I realized that the warehouse didn't have the second, the one that the store had, I had already placed the order with the warehouse. Whatever, it is what it is. I'll deal with it when it gets here. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with all of this that's going on in the world. I'm just going to deal with it. When the dye gets here, I will go to the store and get the one I need. Because I can do that. Okay. And then I had to stitch on something that was so wonderful. We just fell in love with it when we first saw it.
So you stitched on me?
Yes.
I love you.
I love you. I chose my project with my other husband on it.
Sure, as long as she can be my other wife.
I'm down with that. I mean, really? I took one look at this pattern and bought it, so, you know.
Literally, I'm upstairs, and I get, can I buy a sweater? How much was it?
It was like $12 because it was on sale.
I'm like, I think my reaction was, sure, and are you nuts?
Yes, I am nuts.
She liked this piece so much, she violated one of her own rules.
I got 300 stitches in on this. It goes this way. This is just on white 18 count, and yes, it is a bed sheet. Yes, it is going to be ginormous. No, I don't care. There you go. I did 300 stitches. I did this block and then the 2 above it. This is crown. This is the corner of his head. This is part of the other reason why I was like, okay, I can do this. because this is the corner of his head. And we're still on page 1. It's going to be lovely. It's going to take me the rest of my life, but it's going to be lovely. I do really like it, so it's kind of worth it. Pretty sure I don't do that this week. Okay, that's my stitching for the week. We'll be back with we have no haul. Yeah, I have no haul.
Plans.
Take 2 between a squirrel, a sneezing fit, and then a cuss word. We're just gonna restart this. You know one thing
we lost a perfectly good squirreling.
I cry. Yeah, I was just thinking about this. I don't know if I should be reading the prompts verbatim or if Cheryl would get upset. I think
She hasn't yet.
She hasn't yet, and she watches our channel. But I think I'm gonna ask her before I do read them word for word again. We are doing I Love Lucy week. So we are to stitch on a whip that we decided to use the actual called for threads without substitution because Lucy insisted on her real husband playing the role of her husband on TV.
I'm kissing my man, Benny.
I have several kits that I have no substitutions on. Cardinal points, I'm actually using the called for threads. I substituted the fabric, but it doesn't say it only says the actual called for threads. That's where the cuss word came in, because I thought, well, wait, I can't use that because of the thread. But no, I can. Because the thread is the called for.
Because most patterns don't come with fabric. But they do come with...
Well, most patterns call for a specific fabric. But most people swap out the fabric. A lot of people swap out the fabric. So, okay. So, I Love Lucy was taped in California as opposed to New York, like most shows during that day, because Lucy and Desi didn't want to move and relocate their family. So we have to stitch on something that we can tie into California or New York. I'm stitching a giant representation of the Statue of Liberty. Lady of the Flag it is.
Did I look at you and tell you that?
Yes. Okay, so we all know, even if you have never watched an I Love Lucy episode, you know the Candy Factory scene. Where they start stuffing their face with chocolate because they can't pack it fast enough. So, based on that scene, we have to stitch on a project that we have felt pressured to finish. To be fair, I don't have anything that I really feel pressured to finish.
Can I be smart?
What?
Anything on that you need to have it done by the end of the year list.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I have a list of projects that I would like to finish by the end of the year. Ride Forth Singing being the number 1.
Because you're almost done.
And as you can see, I am almost done. And I actually have been stitching that prompt this afternoon while I've been home, so. The episode where Lucy works as a TV paid programming sales pitch woman, that veggie stuff, it was actually an apple pectin. So we are to stitch on something you can relate to either medicine or an apple. My original idea was to stitch on Main Street because there's a grocery store, there's a drugstore, and I'm actually stitching on the drugstore. Yeah, I think I'm stitching on Rexall's on it. But Friday is my friend Bridget's birthday. And she is starting Snow Queen by Mirabilia. And I told her I wanted to stitch something along with her, but I didn't have Snow Queen, so I showed her my Mirabilias to pick from, and she picked Raven Queen. And I am changing Raven Queen's teal dress to red because of the evil queen on Once Upon a Time. Because Regina rocked a black and red outfit, and the minute I saw Raven Queen, I thought of Regina. And Regina, the evil queen on Once Upon a Time, is the representation of the evil queen from Snow White, who poisoned Snow White with an apple.
Hey, honey, you're good for exercising. That was plenty of stretching.
That was stretch. I don't care.
Oh, side note, somebody got really giddy because she found out Once Upon a Time is coming to Disney Plus as soon as the Netflix contract ends.
It's been a good week for Laura.
And if anybody is actually wondering, yes, there are a few. Everything took a little while to get over to Disney Plus because Netflix had contracts. I think they wanted to release Disney Plus earlier, but they had to wait for the Netflix contracts. The only thing that stinks is they broke the contracts that were making a really good Netflix Marvel TV shows. I like the Defenders.
I'm sorry.
It's actually one of the reasons why we stopped having a Netflix account was because that was part of the reason why I had it.
There you go.
Sorry, squirrel.
It's okay.
Maybe a rabbit.
More people watched the episode in which Lucy gives birth to little Ricky than watched President Eisenhower getting sworn in on the next day. Yes, people. We're to stitch on something that we have worked on for at least 9 months or more. And I picked...
Half your list?
I got a ton. I just thought, okay, what haven't I stitched on in a while that I can stitch on for this? And I picked Plant Happiness.
I was actually going to say that or Cardinal Points.
Well, I'm stitching on Cardinal Points for another prompt.
Oh, okay.
When I do my prompt planning, unless it's a super low stitch week, I try to do and even on those, I try to do something different for each prompt. So that way I touch all of I kind of get a variety of work on my whips. So I'm not like just doing one thing, or I don't have just a few that I do over and over and over again. So that everything I have going gets some work. That's my general plan. I don't know how well it works.
I love you.
I love you. So that's plans for the week. No announcements.
So we're done.
So we're done.
Okay, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, bell notification, share, social media stuff. If you've ever watched YouTube, you know what I'm saying. Because every single one of them repeats it.
Do all the things.
Do all the things down there.
Do all the things, and we will see you all next week. That was bad. And I'm not sorry.
Bye. Bye.